What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the film room. And man, am I excited to make this video. This is what I've been wanting to do for a while, but obviously never had the opportunity because we've never seen Tony Pollard with a full workload. Of course, never want to see injuries, hoping Zeke has a speedy recovery and gets back for the remainder of the season. But with him being out this game when that was announced, I was a little excited to finally see Tony Pollard as the starter, full workload, see if he's this three-down back that we all, or most Cowboys fans, think he could be. So yeah, going to be getting into that for this video, taking a look at how he did in his first game as a starter. Definitely make sure to click that subscribe button below if you want to see more content like this, and let's go on and get into the film. Now, in watching Tony Pollard's film in the past, and especially so in this game, there are two things that always stand out to me about Tony Pollard. The first being contact balance, and he reminds me so much of Alvin Kamara in this aspect. He just has this innate ability to just bounce off tacklers, and arm tacklers typically are not going to be able to bring him down, and he always finds a way to stay on his feet through in situations where he definitely shouldn't. He should be going to the ground. Also, the versatility. I'm going to go ahead and let this play out. We line him up over here out wide and then motion him over, but we don't motion him into the backfield. We motion him out wide this way, hit a little smoke screen to him, and here's what I'm talking about. Arm tackle, gets off that, and then even at the end here, bounces off the little shove right there and stays up on his feet. This play here is going to show more of that versatility and a little bit of that contact balance we've been talking about. And when I say versatility in talking about Tony Pollard, I mean that he is so versatile in how we can use him in this offense, where we can line him up, how we can get him the ball, so whether it be splitting him out wide, having him run an actual route, throwing a little screen out there to him, bringing him into the backfield here. You can go inside handoff, outside zone handoff, have him come on these little end arounds, do tosses to him, or just have him go out for a check down like we do in this play. And I think that's something that we've been missing at the running back position. He's kind of got the little Lance Dunbar-esque type deal going to him, except he is a much better runner. So you see on this play here, motion and CD across. Dalton sees the corner come down and blitz, so we know we got Pollard out here in the flat available. Makes the most of it, catches it. Dalton Schultz, nice block. And then once again, bouncing off of the soft stuff. Arm tackles are not going to bring Tony Pollard down. He is far too good when getting into contact, especially soft up like that, at staying up on his feet and not going down easy. And I think that's also something we've been missing when having Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield. A lot of times you'll see Zeke, even if he is falling forward for those extra couple yards, you'll see him going down potentially at stuff like that around his legs. Not to say we couldn't do plays like this one that I'm about to show you here with Ezekiel Elliott, but it did feel like on Sunday the playbook felt a little bit more opened up with Tony Pollard in the backfield. For example, we decided to pull this one out, backwards pass to Cedric Wilson, throw it across the field to Tony Pollard, who runs and picks up about as much as he could, breaks off another one there, and fights for some extra yards. But no, so in this game, Pollard led the team in targets with 9, had 6 catches for 63 yards, and had it not been for a couple Dalton missed throws, would have likely had a pretty decent amount more yards, as you'll see here on this little screen play that he missed, and a couple more catches. There was a game earlier in this season, you could tell we were trying to get Zeke involved in the passing game. Against Seattle, he had 12 targets, which was team leading, but only had 6 catches for 24 yards to show for it. And it just felt wrong in that game whenever we were trying to get Zeke the ball so much. In this game, when Pollard led the team in targets, it didn't feel wrong. It felt like it was a part of the flow in the offense. It felt natural. It didn't seem forced at any point. When he would get the ball in his hands too, he was making plays, making guys miss, getting up the field quick, and not dropping the ball, which was also a problem for Zeke. So yeah, this isn't to bash Zeke and say we can't do stuff like this with him more, or in general, but it definitely feels like we're more willing to do stuff like this with Tony Pollard in the backfield. Now, I've been showing you guys some clips of Tony Pollard's work in the passing game, kind of speaking to his versatility and how we can use him in this offense. But, of course, if you're going to be this three-down workhorse back, you have to be able to buckle up your chin strap and run between the tackles throughout the duration of a game. And so how did Tony Pollard do in this game, his first game as a starter, in doing that? I will say there was some struggles getting the running game going throughout the duration of this game, but I don't think that was on Tony Pollard. I'll let these clips roll out real quick. And often you will see 73 Joe Looney messing up, getting beat on a block to allow their guy to get in the backfield or stop Pollard for a short game. And just issues throughout the line causing Pollard not to gain traction in the running game. But even at times when this was happening, Pollard was still able to make the most of it. You'll see here Schultz gets beat inside. Pollard uses his speed to bounce it outside and then cut back upfield for a nice little gain on what should have been a busted play. Had Ezekiel Elliott been in the game, I think we likely see him lower his shoulder and just plunge forward for a couple yards. So it is nice to see. And Zeke had it, I will say, back 2016-17, and of course, it's just how the kind of running backs are nowadays, just deteriorating pretty quickly. And so it's nice to see the speed and explosiveness getting outside. It's something we really haven't seen much out of Ezekiel Elliott. And it's something that you desperately need when you have a struggling O-line that's kind of letting guys bust through right up the middle throughout the duration of a game. You need a guy that can get outside and make plays to pick up yards like this and keep drives alive. Speaking of making the most out of a play, and if you clicked on this video, you know I had to show this one because this is one of the best runs of the NFL season, and definitely so by Tony Pollard in his young career. And this play jumped out on the screen. I was like, I just watched Alvin Kamara. That was Alvin Kamara. You'll see, I'll let the clip roll out real quick here of Kamara bouncing off tackles, somehow finding his way into the end zone. But this is what I say, the contact balance, staying on his feet, fighting through arm tackles. It's just something that we've kind of been missing in the recent years of Ezekiel Elliott, and it's just so much fun to watch him break tackles like he somehow does. You'll see him come out here, a little inside zone handoff. There's just no way that play should. I mean, it was the hole was open. It was going to be a nice gain regardless, but there's no way that play should have turned into a touchdown. And you have two solid tacklers coming down to try and tackle him. Fred Warner is one of the best tacklers in football and just gets put in the spin cycle here. And the balance, you see it just staying, getting low, keeping his leverage even at the point of contact here. Look at his hips sink down right there and staying on his feet, having a firm base. And that's just fun to watch, man. You can't not get excited about that. Even if you're on the tank train, you're like, oh no, we're going to win this game, second game in a row. You can't not get excited watching a play like that. Good block by Noah Brown, too. I don't know why we're trying to force Noah Brown the ball, by the way. Let me know if I should make a video on that because that just doesn't make sense. But he's a great blocker, so good reach block there by him. Sherman gets juked out of his shoes, and then they all get put in the spin cycle. So, yeah, just awesome stuff on this play by Tony Pollard, man. I was so excited for this game to happen when Zeke got announced out. And, yeah, it definitely lived up to the expectations. And ideally, I've kind of been on this train for a little bit of last year and definitely into this year. Ideally, this offseason, I'll get more into this and the details and the specifics in the 2021 offseason preview video that I will be doing at the end of the season, assuming we do not make the playoffs. But ideally, and to save money, we could trade Zeke after the June 1st start of the new year. Trade Zeke, then maybe get something like a second, third round pick. I know a lot of teams might not be wanting to take on that contract. But, yeah, trade Zeke, then dump off that contract and get Tony Pollard into that three-down back role that I think he will excel in, and get Dak Prescott back and going empty sets with Tony Pollard out wide. Man, it just gets me so excited for next year. Hopefully Kellen Moore comes back and we can really see some magic in this offense with Tony Pollard in the backfield. CeeDee Lamb in his second year. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to watch, and then maybe take that Zeke money and go and spend a little bit of it on defense and get our boy Dak Prescott paid. So yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. So happy that I got to make this video and see Tony Pollard in a full workload. And yeah, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of Pollard's debut as a starter in the NFL. And yeah, hope you guys have a good holiday. Merry Christmas if you celebrate that. and go Cowboys. I'll see you guys on the next video.